Hello friends, Stavros here from RPM Auto Reviews. I'm at Kia Motors Clarington, which is in Bowmanville. This dealership just opened about a week or so ago. So the good folks here at Kia Motors Clarington are allowing me to do some reviews on the vehicles, and I will be starting with the Kia Seltos. So the first two I have here are the LX all-wheel drive and an EX Premium. And there is a higher model than this one, which is the SX Turbo, but pretty much similar interior for the EX Premium, so we'll be comparing the two levels for interior features, exterior features. So they're both similarly designed. A couple of key features in the front are different between the LX and when you go up to an EX model. Kia's got this kind of tiger nose idea going on in pretty much all their vehicles, with different twists to it for different vehicles. I kind of like it. So we'll start off with the lighting. The LX model does have halogen headlights. It's got the LED daytime running lights, and it's got a projection fog light, so that's all right. Whereas the EX model, it's all LED, including the fog lights, the headlights, everything, including the rear are LED. They're not LED in the low model. And this front grille design is a little bit different than the EX model. That one's a bit more chunky pieces sticking out. This is kind of thinner layers, like a diamond kind of triangle shaped. Now the LX model does come more of this black rubberized kind of bumpers, and the EX Premium does come with a little bit more upscale, elegant two-tone version. That's kind of nice. So height-wise, these SUVs, they are subcompact models, and I'm 5'6" with shoes on. So this is pretty much similar height to me, so around 5.5 feet high for the overall height of this vehicle. Oh, the LX model does not have the proximity key. The EX model does come with the proximity key feature, so if you press this, it would open. It's already unlocked right now. The door does open a pretty good width, as does the rear one. So here we have that kind of hard, almost of a soft touch to it. It's not as hard as some of the other plasticky parts that some cars can be. Over here we have like a vinyl soft touch here. We get it harder down here as usual. Good size cubby for a bottle of water and stuff. Now the stereo comes with this funky little multi-Rocky Mountain kind of looking design here. That's kind of cool. Okay, so we do have power seating here, and we have the lumbar support, and the opposite side for the passenger has similar range of motion but without the lumbar support. The seats are pretty nice. They're well bolstered, a very nice bucket design to hold you well. The seat height is around 22 to 23 inches to here, so it's a nice slide in height, so you don't have to like climb into it. It's just easy to slide right in. And if anything, for my height, I even go down a little bit as I sit inside. It does look kind of nice. We got lots of things going on here with the silver accents and the piano black, and then the gray here, so it kind of makes it look a little bit classy. I'm not saying it's very upscale, but it's definitely a little classy for its class, if I can say that. So we have, like, I think a fixed stitching here. It's soft, I guess you can say, well, kind of, and up here it's got that plasticky feeling with an ever so slight rubber touch to it. The LX trim has got a different two-tone thing going on here. It doesn't have the stitching kind of design set up. It does not have the piano black thing over here. The speakers are the same kind of cutout, cool looking design. We got a good size glove box. Start back here. Now the center armrest does slide forward for shorter people, so I like that. I keep knocking the CX-5 for not having that option, and it's been really short to reach for most people. We got a good size cubby in there. usual typical size cup holders, a little cubby spot here, the auto hold, and the electric brake. We do have the hill descent support, heating and cooling seats in the EX and the SX trims. The all-wheel drive does have a locking center diff, which is really good, guys. It's just awesome to have. I loved it in my previous Hyundai Santa Fe, and I know that Kia Hyundai have a really good all-wheel drive system. So being able to lock up all fours, awesome. Heated steering wheel here, and we also have the climate control buttons here. So it's nice to have the hard touch real buttons and not just hiding everything in the screen. So that's a bonus. I had it off already, but there is a digital display here of your temperature, where the heating is going, and the fan speed. So there's some digital display there for that. It's kind of nice. This does have the electric engine start. The LX model does not. It's with the key. Let's start this up. The screen here, I believe, is around a 10.25 inch, and the LX comes with an 8-inch screen. I've been playing around with it, and it's very quick to reply to touches. It does have the option to, when you're in home, to have the split screen, so you can kind of have some map. You can see the radio and the temperature outside. I think mine only has 2. This one has 3, so that's kind of cool. Hard touch real buttons for the volume and tuning. I like that. And same with a lot of hard touch buttons for the navigation and radio controls and everything, so that's nice. So we have a typical shifter here, and we do have a Driftronic mode for up and down, for kind of drive more of a manual mode. That's nice. We have nice little cubby sides here. We have 2 USB and a 12 volt. The LX, I believe, only has 1 USB. We do have the wireless charging up here. It's a good size, should fit most phones there. We do have a drive mode select in this model, and we'll get more into that in the road test review of this vehicle. And yes, it does have the seatbelt adjustable height, which is great for both sides. Shame on BMW for not having that in many of their vehicles. Okay, back to the EX trim. The EX trim does have leather wrapped shift knobs, I believe, and the steering wheel, so that's kind of nice. Do have the usual light switches here, and it does have the auto light, washer fluid here, and the intermittent options for your speed delay on the wiper, so that's nice. The SXT model does come with rain sensing wipers. Not that I actually like it. I don't love it on my Stinger. I think those rain sensing wipers are steel wheel is manually adjustable, and it's got a decent range of motion. We do have the traction control off here, the lane keep assist button here, and the engine auto shut off thing that I think pretty much everybody hates, including my wife, is here. So thumbs up for putting it somewhere where you can get out, turn it off as soon as you get in the car. On the door, we do have the power windows and your mirror selections. And from what I understand here, the Seltos does not have memory seat options. The seats are very well bolstered, very comfortable. I got to give them thumbs up for very comfy seats. So there's definitely a lot of headroom here. So it's not like it's cramped, but the seat right now is at this lowest position, and I'm 5'5", 5'6". So somebody who's like 6.5 feet tall, I think it would be a little bit tight for them, because the seat could have gone down a little lower, but it doesn't. Overall, I think the EX model of the Seltos is, I wouldn't say luxurious, but it's definitely on the upscale looking. You know, it's got a nice design. I've always been kind of unsure if I like when things are not symmetrical. Oh, a nice thing here is it does have like a touch light, so you just have the touch sensor. So that's kind of cool. Not a very big sunroof, but it's nice to have one. Okay, so the back opens up pretty wide as well. Good height coming in. Now this is seated to where I was sitting, and that is all the way back for reference. So let's have a seat. As you can see, lots of room here. I would say probably about 6 inches, roughly. Lots of room down there for if you're wearing boots and stuff. We do have the center armrest here with 2 cup holders. The hump down here is not too bad for going across, if you have to go across. And if you sit in the middle. So for reference, if I sit in the on this side here, I can get my entire hand right through, plus a little room. So that's pretty good headroom for back here. And if I sit in the center, which is usually a little higher hump, I can actually still pass my whole hand over my head, just so. So the headroom for some compact SUV is very good. Thumbs up. So sitting over here, you can see I actually have a couple of fingers I can get in there. Let's go to the cargo area. There's also some differences here between the EX and the LX model. The floor, which is a very good feature, does have the 2 setting position where there's the lower track down there, which looks like this. You see there's the upper track here and the lower track here. So the LX, I lowered it to show you the lower position, which gives you a lot more cargo space, and the dimensions will follow right here. So this being in the upper position does allow you to have lots of room to put extra spare things down here, like your oil, safety kits, whatever you want. It's nice when there's like a foam kind of like organizer around where you can put stuff instead of just being open, but I'd rather have this than it being a really tight fit and have hardly any room like. And in the lower position, you won't have as much, but you still have in this area around, so it's still not bad for some room that. And it is an SUV, CUV kind of car, so there really should always be some hidden room. There are no pull options to lower the seats down, but I don't think you can do when a car is this small, because you can just reach it here. So that's only really required for larger vehicles that you can't reach the seat to put down. For a subcompact SUV, CUV, it's actually got pretty good cargo space. All the trim models except for the S6 turbo model come with a 2-liter 4-cylinder, 146 horsepower, 132 foot-pounds of torque. The SXT does come with a 1.6-liter turbo, 175 horsepower at 6,000 RPMs and 195 pound-feet of torque from 1,500 to 4,500 RPM. That's actually a very low RPM starting point for the turbo to kick in, so there'll be hardly any lag. So there you have it, 2021 Kia Seltos. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think? I'm not trying to be biased here because I've always liked my previous Hyundai Santa Fe and I love my Kia Stinger. So I'm not being biased. I really do think they're making great vehicles. Thumbs up to Kia and Hyundai. I mean, if you're not aware, they've hired previous BMW, Audi, Volkswagen engineers to join their team, I think around 8 years ago. And they're making great vehicles now. Very comfortable, very sporty, reasonably good handling, even if it's an SUV or a CUV. Like, it's just nice riding vehicles, and we'll get to that in the road test reviews. But overall, you know, nice looking cabins, comfortable seating, good cabin size, comfort all around, good cargo space. I mean, 26.5 cubic feet of cargo space is very, very good for this size of a SUV. So they've managed to really design a good balanced package here. So let me know what you guys think below.